Hello everybody and welcome to Wesley's Plant World with me, Wesley Peterson, and today we are out in the area of my garden called the Botanical Garden. And I did a video not long ago where I moved some of my rhododendrons out of this area of my garden to my right here in front of my beautiful large boulder here that I wanted to keep exposed. And I planted out some low growing evergreen plants down here. This is Phlomis russeliana, and I've decided that I want to carry on this theme along the whole front edge of my border here in front of my rhododendrons that are growing out hugely this year. So what I've already started doing is I've already started moving out some more of my rhododendrons behind me here. In fact, I've excavated out 2 more rhododendrons and replanted them in my garden already. And again, I thought, well, I need to do a video all about this because I'm always moving things around and I want to show you how easy it is to move young rhododendrons around in your garden if they start growing too big for their space. Now, these rhododendrons I have behind me have been here at least 4 years, and it's first now they're really starting to flush out and grow. So I know from now on they're going to do that every year. This has been fantastic because it's meant I've been able to move my rhododendrons around to so many different areas of my garden so I can spread them far and wide because it's a plant I absolutely love. And now I can put them places on their own as specimen plants so that I get to see their beautiful flowers in one plant in one area. So as you can hear, I've moved out 2 rhododendrons already, and I have 2 more that I'm going to be moving out today. Plus there's 1 big one behind here, 1 in the middle and 1 over there that just starts off Yorkim's corner of my garden, and then there's many more in Yorkim's corner. So just in this little area here, I had crammed in 6 separate rhododendron plants. And while they're small, you can do that. And I had a beautiful expanse of plants and flowers here. But when I take these 4 rhododendron bushes out of here, I don't think I'm hardly going to notice because the ones behind are growing down low anyway. And when I remove the front plants, they will actually start growing leaves further down at the bottom and fill out even more. And then I'll have my lovely Jerusalem sage growing along evergreen in front, all the way along the front here, giving a beautiful summer display of yellow flowers at the same time. And I'm just going to plot some photos of those beautiful flowers in this video here so you can see just what I'm talking about. And well, I've shown this in another video, so I'm going to do the whole of this in fast forward. The only thing I want you to know is I love the colour of this rhododendron behind me. This is a pink flowering variety, and I've decided I'm going to try and get that behind my boulder here so that it can grow up and give me some beautiful pink flowers behind the boulder. That way I still get to have my rhododendrons here around my boulder, but not growing up in front in the way, but behind, coming over the top. I think that will be absolutely beautiful. So that is definitely one thing I'm going to be doing. And then the other one, I will find a home for somewhere else in my garden. So I'm just going to get on with this and then I will show you the end result. So just like that, you can see another one of my rhododendrons came up very, very easily. And a very small root ball again, just like that. Look how tall it is, beautiful. I just want to check which one of these 2 I want to put behind my rock. This one looks pretty big and beautiful, but let me get the other one out just to check. Now look at this, once again, another one with hardly any roots. Look at that. But a big, huge top expanse. Absolutely beautiful. And splayed out all over, as you can see. Now this one has a darker orange colour underneath its leaves, I can see now. And the other one is light. So if I turn it around, you'll be able to see that. Look at that, orange compared to the light green over there. So which one do I want behind my boulder. I've decided to take this one away and to place the other one behind my boulder. So before I'm fully satisfied, I need to come in front of the boulder just to check that I feel like this is in the center area. It's a little bit behind the boulder right now, but this bush is obviously going to grow up and in front. And from our top windows on our western side of our crystal cottage here, I will be able to see down over this boulder and see this rhododendron growing out anyway. So I'm really pleased with how well it looks in this position already. So if I'm happy with where it's positioned, I will put some fresh soil around it, and then I am ready to carry on with my projects, and all of this will get a thorough watering in later on. So I just checked and I think my rhododendron looks absolutely fantastic as it is. So I'll just get some soil around it. And well, as I said, look at this. You can hardly notice that I took out 4 whole big rhododendron bushes from the front here, because the bushes at the back are so well established and growing out very tall and big, and they have low growing leaves which will fill out even more down here now that they're exposed to the light. So I still have this same effect that I've always had, and now I'll be able to have another plant that just fills out the expanse down underneath, and it will be evergreen for me all year round, and I'm just going to be so happy with that. So I'm really pleased with this. I'm really pleased with my rhododendron behind my boulder here with the lovely pink flowers that I love. So I'm going to really enjoy seeing this growing up behind there now. That was just a perfect spot for it. So basically all I need to do now is plant in my Jerusalem sage, and I will be done with this project here so that I can get on with the next one. So there we go, that was this project finished. I have more of this Jerusalem sage in here, and my rhododendrons are looking fantastic, and I'm really going to look forward to this all fluffing up and growing out. Now I just want to put my little table set back, and then it will be a little bit hidden, and then you won't notice that any of the rhododendrons have been taken out. So there we go, everything's back in place how it was in the beginning of this video, and I feel satisfied with the results and with the fact that I've managed to get my rhododendrons more and more spread out in my garden. I do have the other rhododendron to go and plant. I'm still thinking of where I want to put it, and I'm sure I'll enjoy it when I find its spot. But that's me done for this video. We'll have to come back in the future and see how all of this looks, especially next season when all of this Jerusalem sage has grown out and puffed up a little bit more. So all I have to say now is thank you very much once again for watching this video. Please remember to like, subscribe and hit the bell so you know when my next video will be coming up, and I will see you again very, very soon. Goodbye.